Looks like you returned to the Shadow Over Cyberspace. Now to fill in where I was, it would be like right over here. Where I last placed up, I was talking to Azathoth mostly about his former life as a human. It's been like about 2 days since then, and I almost forgot. I do hear my dog barking in the background. What's he barking about? Let's see what's going on here. What's on the television? Federal Civil Defense Administration, FCDA. Okay. And then it's been hijacked by an explosion. Who set off this nuke? And where?
To protect the future of America, the defense techniques of tomorrow had to be discovered now. They were discovered in electronics. That is how
then you redacted it.
computers into military service. Electronics for combat use means new concepts, new tools, new weapons.
Tools and electronics here. I think I remember talking about whatever the hell this thing is. It is a little bit funny just to hear the redact sound effect just ending quickly. The nuke. I believe I said last time that... Is that the one over at Bikini Atoll? No idea.
For the lightning shifts of air battle, the Air Force requested a computer capable of translating volumes of changing data
hey, but we think you're
into
here.
A continuous flow of interpretations, which could be understood at a glance.
What are you barking at?
Required split-second presentation as well as split-second calculation.
Here, Papito. Blanket for you. Another explosion of a nuke. Come here.
With its display scope, also has one
there he goes.
possessed by neither a television or radar screen. It has memory.
Alright, so what sort of memory do we got here?
Enemy air attack, not only can a clear picture of the changing air situation be displayed on the scope, but if the airman wishes to see how things got that way, the scope can recall any previous phase of the situation from the computer's memory. By analyzing the past, it can project into the future.
Just to be able to follow along where that went. All I hear now is like nukes. Explosions going off.
And as long as we're on guard, as long as we're ready to look ahead and move ahead, the future of America is secure.
Are you sure about that? Also, what the hell is that? There seems to be like a face cropping up at the end there. An emoticon style face. Well, whatever that was. And no comment. How is there no comment after that? Well, anyways, that was a little television of a hijacked broadcast. Pirated soft broadcast or something. Well, we're off to like invoke someone. Entering the ancient name. Already talked to all of them, and I'm gonna go down the list again. The one we're missing is Dagon, and I'm pretty sure they would show up whenever during the phases of the moon, whether it's like new or full. Maybe even during the halves. Okay. I was thinking of the 3 options we have, and we still have like an entire month, well, half a month, a little bit more than half a month of days left until Y2K. I've been thinking, how many times can we talk to these old guys? I mean, these old ones. Like the first week, I get that was more of a tutorial week, but the next week and the other 3 after that, maybe I can actually choose all of those options They're just on different days. That's what I think right now. Alright. Let's go ahead and invoke Azathoth, because she's next. Alright, now contacting Azathoth at aza.az. Oh, there she is. Wow. Her little avatar here looks a lot like my friend Gonzi's OC right now. Well, minus the jacket, it's more like a princess outfit. And the collar. Same hairstyle and bow. And pose. Okay, where was I? What voice did I give her? It's like an anime version of her. Humpty Humpty Hum, la 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 la. Oh, it's you, my new friend. Hello, hello. It's so nice of you to come visit me again. Thank you for coming. Although I wish it were under better circumstances. Dagon told you the plan, right? Yeah, he did. He's not a very nice dog, and not polite at all. I guess he's even more polite than your entire website. And he told me you were hoping to recruit an old one to help you fight Cthulhu. It could possibly be you, I guess. The only way to clear my yellow sign is with the power of the throne. Cthulhu's not going to hand it over willingly. I'm pretty sure, like, you may be, like, the only one powerful enough to handle it. Are you sure? I mean, have you tried just asking him? Yes, and he already just told me to follow my social obligations and just help out with the rest of my coworker friends. Well, I guess they're not really that much of a friend. And trying and just buy a gift for my sister's nephew. Well, son. Yeah, for my nephew. All he did was just chew me out on just being selfish, I guess. He wants you to be his friend. Maybe you ask him nicely. He'd cure your condition. Maybe. I don't know if he could do that. All you have to do in return is anything he wants you to do. Become part of the strange Aeon. Help him tear down this world and build a new. I mean, a lot of people are going to die, and that's sad. But sacrifices must be made. Humanity will be stronger once it's purged, right? Right? And if I object to that purge? But it has to be done. He says it has to be done, and I trust him completely. Really? It is kind of weird to see that I think I said this before last time. The relationship between Azathoth and Cthulhu. Not this game's version of them, but the actual mythos of the two. Where Azathoth was like the almighty idiot's god, or a blind idiot, of course, and Cthulhu serves Azathoth as the high bishop or priest, or something like that. It's either bishop or high priest. Seems to be like the other way around. In some way. Alright. He found me when I was hurt and lost, and accepted me for who I am. He showed me love when no one else would. Oh, I see. After that accident where you were transformed into software, and Cthulhu was there to help you find your way around this place. Cthulhu set me on his golden path to rise above the other old ones. Champion of Anonymous, keeper of the interwebs, meme lord, and chaos bringer, oldest of the old ones. Well, before Cthulhu, of course, but yes, you would be like the one before everyone except Cthulhu. Interwebs, meme lord. I mean, well. Azathoth, the unbannable. Azathoth, flame warrior. My court of dissonant flutes will play the song of discord that gathers the right ones under his banner. Oh, that's a new one. And has his friend and ally, I stand against people who scheme to betray him. I loathe traitors. Sort of a new image right here. Or at least, yeah, new sprite. Still in her, crazy face, along with, just having bigger eyes and mad scribblies. I should crack open... What the hell? That's very strong here. Alright. I should crack open your effing skull and pump you full of NSFL images until you start pulling out your own eyeballs! NSFL? Wait. Oh yeah. Not safe for life, I guess. That's what that means. Sounds real bad. Whoa. Just a small jump, but only because it was a loud noise. I wasn't really paying attention, I was just kind of, about to grab some coffee. But I don't have to let me say that again. I need to clear my throat. But I don't have to. It's okay. It's all going to be okay. Because Cthulhu told me you're actually a friend. You won't really go through with Dagon's plan. Yeah, me and Cthulhu are friends. He does seem pretty confident about that. Well, he is powerful. All I have to do is just turn all of his, well, his own ally and the 3 other old gods against him. Just gotta figure that out, though. And there's nothing I can say to change your mind about putting faith in him. Look, I know you think my friends are bullies and bad influences, but going on and on about this really makes me uncomfortable. Oh, even more so than just being a moderator on 4chan? If you're right, and Cthulhu is wrong, then I've done horrible things. Unspeakable things. It fits in with the theme of who you're based on. So if we're going to talk, can we please not talk about that? Just talking about the entire plan? Sure. All that's gonna happen is you'll keep saying the same stuff. And I'll keep saying the same stuff and we won't get anywhere. But if you want to talk about other stuff, so we can get to know each other ahead of this coming strange aeon, I like that. I like a friend. Okay. This may be a lost cause. But as Cthulhu's closest ally, Azathoth would be instrumental in his overthrow. She knows his weaknesses. And even if I don't recruit her for my war, I could at least help her accept the cruel truth she clearly knows deep inside. Question is, how do I do that? Alright. Which one of these 3 do I choose from? Need to be direct with her to break through. Need to be careful not to push my luck. I'll play this by ear and see what she's receptive to. If my theory goes on that there is only ever 3 options to choose from, because the next time I visit her will be the same options, but only 2 of them will be available. Or a new set, I have no idea. But I'm still gonna choose like all 3 of them and pick the one I like more. Which of these 3? Being direct. I could tell her all the things. Careful and not push my luck. I guess she is powerful enough to just jump through the window screen here and see what you. Just kind of like dance around the issue. Now, you know what? Let's just go here. The second option, the third and last one. I gotta play this very, very carefully. Push too hard and I could push her away. Technically, I got 3 other options for a partner on this quest. Failing here won't screw me over. So play it carefully. If I can turn her good, not, so be it. I'll try not to push. Wait. Oh. I said that backwards. I'll try not to offend or push you, Azathoth. I can't promise to never bring it up, but I can be mindful. Okay. I appreciate your mindfulness. Let's all be cool, and we'll be cool, right? Now, good vibes only. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. What do you want to discuss first? Oh, really? How did you align yourself with Cthulhu? Does no identity mean no consequences? Wait a minute, is this the true one? Let me look at that again. Was that just only, I feel like the last one, I mean the next set of options is actually the true dialogue trees that just go somewhere, and this is like another one that's just converging. Let me look at that again. I won't be adamant about it, but I have to keep pushing this idea to get through to her. I won't be reckless, but I'm not going to let this drop and let her stay in Cthulhu's corner. I gotta be honest how I feel, and you value honesty, right? Yeah, I do value honesty. And I'll honestly express myself, too. That's completely fair. No, okay, yeah, it does converge here. Let's look at what the other one says. I feel like I should just either pick this one or that one. I like the first one more. Push where I can, hold back when I have to. Be smart about this, be clever. I like the cleverness if that's what that meant. I sure could choose my moment to strike if I'm adept enough at improvising. Let's see where this goes, okay? You might want to hear the things I have to say at the end. Don't close yourself off, and I won't close myself off. Does that sound fair? Yeah, okay. I do value open honesty. Okay, but don't be a jerk, got it? Oh, gosh. No, good vibes only, everything and all that. Okay, this one's the actual, Okay, where's the next one? It doesn't even show up on the bottom part here, but it does keep going. Not even a page 10 or 11. Just gotta use the arrows. How did you align yourself with Cthulhu? Probably when you were accidentally made into an AM. Why didn't it mean no consequences? Yeah. When no one knows who you are, is there even a consequence? I mean, yes, but they gotta find out who did it. Building a community, just let them do whatever they want. It's either one of these two. Which is the option that lets her? That lets me choose if to get to know her more. It's either this one or that one. I feel like it's more the second option. Well, if it's either this or that one, I'll choose this one then. Let's talk about anonymity. Anonymity. Azza is a fully anonymous message board, right? No identity, no names, no counts, nothing to trace. That's right, we are all anonymous. Everyone on Azza is free to be anyone, anybody, or nobody at all. Absolute anonymity enforced by my underlying server technology. Cthulhu says Azza is the purest expression of the American ideal, freedom of thought, freedom of speech. That also includes all the worst aspects as well. All it takes one person just to ruin it. And once that happens, and you allow it, well, everyone's gonna follow suit. Freedom from consequences, you mean? No identity means you can say or do anything with zero stopgaps or safeguards. That's a feature, not a bug. And you're okay with that? Of course I am. Transgression is the soul of America. What? Without the freedom to offend, to break boundaries, we get nowhere as a society. No new ideas, no progress. We need the ability to step up and speak against the accepted norm, or, well, we'd never be allowed to be who we really are. I couldn't be me. Fear controls us. It stops us from speaking our truth, for fear of being hammered down by conformity. But anonymity allows a layer of protection. I want people to live authentically, to be unafraid in the face of those who fear and hate what they don't understand. Well, yes, just being whoever the hell you want. I mean, we already kind of do that already. However, there is like the other aspect of just being what we want, doing whatever the hell we want as well. And I don't know if I like that. If literally any, whether they you know the guy or not, if you ever cross them, even by accident, it may just do something that they'll regret. Well, or you'll regret, I guess. Yeah. Whether to track your IP, dox your location, or even just tell you where you live and all your work schedule and all that. It's kind of like the worst idea there. That's what I provide for my friends at Azathoth. Freedom of self. On my server, they can be themselves, no matter who they are. Even if it means they're also basically nobody. Again, that's by design. Because if you wear your own face instead of a mask, predators are able to feast on your identity. I also did say that as well. It also is not stopping other people wearing a mask to also take to feast on others that also wear a mask. Of course, if you just wear a face instead of a mask. Yeah, that would be a lot faster. Data harvesting. As the enemy of data harvesting, it resists attempts to turn its users into grist for the mill of industry. Look at Azathoth's mathematical madness. He algorithmically crunches people down into numbers he can leverage for his own gain. And the Yellow King? Wait, hold. And the Yellow King? You know, I've got issues with him, including how we harvest items to sell to advertisers. But me? I'm not selling anything. I'm not exploiting anyone. On the internet, nobody knows who you are, and I want to keep it that way. Despite the issues it raises, you mean? I don't get why you would object to anonymity. What's the problem? Why can't you just let it be? Well, anonymity can be great. What the hell is this? Huh. Anonymity can be a great if used in the good faith. It sort of needs like a comma there because it's running into can be a great if you. Yeah, that sounds weird. Whoop, wrong button. 2. Because it's shielding bullies and bigots too. Also true. Strange Earth hinges on anti-truth and misinformation. Yeah. Which one of these could I use? I mean, I would should say that as well. Kind of want to choose this second one right here. Or maybe the third one. I don't know about that. Let me try out the second option here. By design, absolute anonymity means bullies and bigots get a blank check to do whatever they want. Your servers are a safe haven for the worst scum of the internet. Trolls and harassers and worse. You can't write that off as the cost of doing business. Tools you give your friends are used by your enemies too. You didn't like that. They're all my friends. The kind-hearted and the cruel alike. All of them. I'm responsible for all of them, really. Because you're their server? Exactly! I have to be their shield. I have to protect them no matter how I feel. This is how things have to be. Cthulhu has decreed it so. Why are you constantly fighting me and arguing? Why can't you just accept Cthulhu's love? I hate this. I hate you. I don't want to feel this way. You make me question and think and doubt, and it hurts, and I can't take it anymore. Oh, there's the jump scare again. It's getting worse here. Do I have to say this? That's just skull F your brain until you feel the same pain I feel. Pull your mind in 1,000 directions at once, all the time. Well, there we go again, just slewing out insults. Pathetic effing asshead. You think you're the same because the yellow sign destroyed us both? You don't know the pressure I'm under. Now she's gonna do the same. Give me one freaking reason not to pop a blood vessel in your brain and turn you into a goddamn vegetable. Fingers blurry, head reeling. Can't type, have to type, need to stop this. Well, of course it's pain. Alright, because friends don't hurt friends. I want to walk the same path of pain that you do. Trying to help you see the truth. Well, yeah, it is the truth. I would choose that. I'm guessing if I just poke this long enough, if I just poke through this path here, I would just die in the game, right? And just have to just not choose that option. Okay. The truth. I kind of do want to choose this one though. Friends don't hurt friends is also true as well. Yeah. Friends don't hurt. What? Friends don't hurt friends. You say you want to be my friend, but you're hurting me. I'm hurting you? I'm hurting a friend? Oh no. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I just saw red. I got so angry. I'm trying, friend. I'm trying so hard to be a good girl, to be what everybody wants me to be. Yeah, well, you can't please everyone. Or you could be what you want to be. You don't understand. Don't know what it's like to be an old one. We're not just human minds copied into computers. Let's do a simpler way to see it. I am Azza. I'm the server. It's in my heart. But Azza is a walking contradiction. Every viewpoint, all of it at once. All pulling different ways. One minute I'm happy, the next I'm enraged, the next I'm sad. I believe in social justice and the lost cause theory simultaneously. What? Believing in social justice, except your friends are doing the opposite. Nothing about that makes sense. But Cthulhu says that everything can contradict everything else all the time. That's allowed. So when you tell me Azza is terrible, it's like stepping on my heart. My pulse raises, my anxiety ramps to the roof. All the old ones have become more than what they once were. More, but also less human than ever before. It changes you. Being a part of cyberspace makes you strange. I'm trying not to be overwhelmed by it, but maybe I can't resist. How can there be anything other than this? Just walk away. Stop doing the bidding of Cthulhu. Ride this out until Y2K. Leave Cthulhu to me. Is that by your own self or on your own ideals? Now, which one of these could I get? Let me grab some coffee while I think this through. Just let her do whatever they want and just not let Cthulhu take charge for you. Or maybe, also just do whatever. Just let me handle it. Relax. I'll handle this. Stand to be your own self? Or ideals? Yeah, the third option. Okay, so don't walk away, but don't be Cthulhu's stooge. Be you. You keep talking about absolute freedom to be who you want to be, right? Embrace that power. If you're Azza, if it's the heart beating in your chest, then you set the pace of that heart. Make yourself into what you want to be. I often say that to whenever my friends are also feeling hurt. She like that? Sincerity, not irony. Comfort, not cruelty. A haven for people who desperately need a safe haven. I'd like that. I would. I don't think I could do it. I can't be anything other than what I am. Give it time. You will see your path. I promise that. Maybe. I'm very tired. Talking with you is exhausting. Interesting, but exhausting. Suspicious of you. You liked, wait, you disliked, then liked, and now suspicious. Pleasing you is gonna be hard. Ah, good coffee. Alright. I don't understand you. Why you resist, why you push. Still not clicking for me. But I'd like to understand. I'd like to be your friend, even if you're difficult to be friends with. But I can't deal with more of your... whatever your deal is. Not tonight, sorry. And then it ends right there? Huh. That option seems to be... let me go back to that. Yeah, go back to that option. Maybe I could just choose other options. Or maybe we'll actually go through. I don't know if that... Or maybe just because, she didn't like any of what I'm saying here. Let me go look at that again. Alright, go back to this option here. So if you don't really like this, I kind of do want to choose the third option. I've seen the readme of Al-Haz, remember? I know the shape of the strange Aeon. Cthulhu's going to use your servers as a plague vector. He'll erode the idea of the truth until actual facts become irrelevant. Your anonymity is going to allow him to hurt the ones you call friends, pushing cruel conspiracies instead of reality. No, that's not... You know Cthulhu's plans. You've seen the cards he's dealing. Tell me I'm wrong. You have to be wrong. I'm a good girl. I'm not doing what I have to do. All this is what has to be. Oh, constantly fighting? Okay, well I guess that converged, of course. I think that's just more of the neutral option. Alright, back to this now, because let's see what happens if I go over here. I'm like, you pain walking. What? Walking same path of pain. I don't understand. I'm suffering every goddamn day. I'm in pain too. Illness signs devouring me. I know I'm expected to party with the old ones, and fight Cthulhu, and everybody wants me to be everything to them. It's too much. It's too much. Life is chaos and mayhem, and all I can do is ride with it. We're lost in the same sea. And you like that? Adrift in chaos, yes. I understand. I'm sorry. I hurt you. It wasn't right. You're hurting enough already. And there's that again. Alright. Now, where's the rest of that? I mean, I did just use that. I already did just choose this one, and she liked that option. I could do this. I'm not asking you to make a decision now. You don't even need to be involved in this weird war if you don't want to be. Let me handle Cthulhu. If I succeed or fail, well, either way, you'll know what direction to take afterwards. I'll free you from his grip, or I'll fail and you go on exactly as before, I guess. You stay out of the way while you attack Cthulhu? I could do that. Or would he be mad at me after he's done annihilating you? This is all too much, so until a better option presents itself, it can only be Aza. And then, well, understand me more, and you just trust me after doing that. Let me see. I chose this option here of anonymity. Got the wrong one. And then you like the next one. And then that was just suspicious. And here, I just thought I just chose the wrong options that just led for her to end this immediately. I wish I had your strength. I'm just so tired. I can't. Not right now. I'm sorry. Good night. And you know what? Let me save this option because it's not a bad option either. All right. I'll just go back to this one. I kind of want to look at this one. Maybe that one's just talking about her past, instead of just being like no identity. Yeah, I'll pick that one last. Alright. I'd like to talk about your approach to community. It's different music, community building, and how and why of Aza. Aza's your personal project, yeah? You built it, even if it was done at Cthulhu's behest. I want to learn more about your ideals. Is this some ploy to start talking about how much Cthulhu sucks? Or yet another sneaky way to find a way to go, aha, and start bashing my friends? No, I'm just genuinely curious. Could try to keep it light tonight. Okay. It's all about diversity. Ours isn't just a message board, it's the message board. Community for everybody. I mean, look at the subboards. Sure, the big ones are anime, gaming, politics, and hentai, but we have a wider range than that. We've also boards about nature, nature photography, and history, and professional wrestling, the hell, and knitting, and fitness, and is it really just all that on 4chan? Not just the biggest ones that you just listed first, but the rest of this. And what more? There's just so much stuff, and that's just the start. I think I just voice cracked when I just said stuff. Let me say that again. Hold it. There's just so much stuff, and that's just the start. I don't think it worked. Okay, back to it. We're evolving. I'm evolving. Next year, I'm rolling out the ability to make subs of your own, beyond the official list. Make your own? We'll have subs for every community, no matter how small, or niche. How niche? What? A place anyone can call home. I feel like that one's just the... Alright. Our diversity can be even more diverse. Think about it. Subs for every individual fandom, for schools of thought, and more. Is that a good idea? But then you wouldn't... Now you have like the main subs, and then anyone else who adds for more. And then suddenly you'll have like, let me see here. If you have like so many subs of, upon subs of all this very small niche crap, then it would be like going through a library. You don't even know where to start. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Oh, diversity means queer folks and people of color too, right? Well, yeah, diversity. Not just different subjects. What does a society official subword thing? Can Azathoth expand that much without being overloaded? Huh. I'm gonna choose this one. But, what about the other two? Can you expand without being overloaded? Is that even a good idea for you? Like, you already said it was already too much, and you can't really handle everything. But the idea to add even more and more? On one hand, I want to choose this, but this one just sounds like something to advance the plot. Let me see that one. Or maybe I should, you know what, let me go do this. Sounds like Azathoth said to allow infinite expansion. Infinite expansion? Well, yeah, that is true on the lore in the Cthulhu mythos of Azathoth just being in the center of infinity. Yes, exactly. Cyberspace isn't infinite, though. You're just one person. I know you have a hands-off approach, but this is still a lot. Are you sure you can take on the task of a forever expanding Azathoth website? Of course! And the secret sauce? Cthulhu! With his backing, I have all the resources I need. I can scale to meet the needs of my users. It's going to be wonderful! Little by little, devouring the whole internet, become a new monster entirely. As is just the start. Social media is the key. A dozen competing channels, all powered by the same style of mayhem. A million voices screaming across the void of cyberspace, demanding clout and attention, replacing reality with their own truth. It will be wonderful! Ugh, wonderful. Right. Yep, wonderful. For now, it's just user-created Azathoth, but in the future, it'll be all sorts of different sites. Neat, huh? Oh, you're just telling me that, in this alternate universe, alternate timeline of, the internet, we'll eventually have, like, the sites of, like, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of those. They'll all be offshoots of 4chan, right? All competing for the same... Wow. No. It's already bad enough for the social media as it is, but if they were all just powered by 4chan... Oh, man. Terrible. Alright. What's the plan for moderating the intra-sub-wars? Something for everyone is the spirit of the internet. Yes. Unless Az's reputation scares off new users. Huh. I would say that. Except for everyone is the spirit of the internet. Yes. Sounds good here. The internet's open to all. Anyone can find a home. Or make a home if they can't find one. If Azza can expand to reach everybody, provide any kind of community you're looking for, well, that'd be pretty sweet. Yes, exactly! That's what I want! A place anyone can call home. A home where they feel like they belong! It's so hard to find a place to belong in the real world. It's just so limiting. Being locked into one body in one place? So you're gonna do the same thing of what Azathoth has done. Or at least was forced to do, where they made like multiple copies of her AM before she just gathered them all into one place. But you are just gonna split off and to be like a different version of yourself for those sites, right? But on the internet, if you're unhappy, you can just hit the bricks and find something that works for you. In the end, Az is going to provide for everybody. Just you wait, it'll be so beautiful. And we're going to make it happen by avoiding any sort of censorship. Open and honest communication all the way. I mean, I'm fine with the censorship, but I don't think anyone would like pure honesty like that. Sometimes being too blunt could hurt more than just being only the truth. Well, we still have a lot of lies anyway. Because, right now, we are very much at risk of censorship overtaking honesty on the internet. Well... Is political correctness gone mad out there? Uh-oh. You're talking, 2015, internet right here. But I guess it's also, just used in the past. I'm guessing, the timeline for this game is like, all the advanced tech and all the current, topics, or current events have been pushed back to the past, where it all sucks ass. But you're still working with 80s tech in the 90s, all the stuff from the 90s, while still being advanced. Azathoth, political correctness is just an obnoxious buzzword for treating people with respect. Well, yes, that is true. I also do know that, if you just use, if you're just too PC all the time, well, other people will just be very annoyed at you for doing such things. I already do know that, Gazi doesn't like it whenever I try to be too PC. I'm guessing just, I should just say what I want, instead of just, trying to be too, or trying to please everyone. Or just avoid saying it entirely. Well, okay. But sometimes that respect comes at the expense of respecting other people. That's how you get crackdowns on porn and other offensive content. That's how you get Carcosa Online, playing God and Gatekeeper. Yeah. Crackdowns, huh? Well, that's Azathoth. And gatekeeping everything, just not having all the trash. Just be in with Carcosa then. I can see that though. I wonder if every little bit of lore can be interpreted as something else for this game. I have read up on the story for the King in Yellow, just to know that Carcosa itself is like this sort of. It is like a kingdom, of course, but it's also telling me it's more sort of like an afterlife, if you will, an empty one at that. Like, what the hell happened there in Carcosa? And this King in Yellow? It is telling me that the King in Yellow is like a god of decadence. Did it say that for in this game? There's like one of three things here. The King in Yellow, the Puppet Master, King of Decadence, Lord of the Shepherds, or something like that. I guess Shepherds would mean like the top billings of the best of the best, and they're shepherds for others to follow with, making the King in Yellow the king of the shepherds. Yeah, that could be a good analogy. I also do know that the King in Yellow is also meant to be like the god of nothing. Yeah. I believe there was like some others, and even this one SCP called the Hang King. It's kind of like analyzing like what the King in Yellow truly is, and some interpretations of that are telling me that the King in Yellow is just this void given shape into a man, like a god-shaped hole. Yeah, a personification of nothing. Anyway, and then we have Azathoth, who's just like the gate and the key, who has like all the information available, but also knowing what has happened, what's happening now, and what's going to happen. And it isn't really interested in everything going on now, other than just going to space. Especially since the former human in him wants to go to space and find that as well. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna need to. Yeah, that's good. And then there's Nyarlathotep. I don't think I know her enough other than just being part of chaos. I mean, you're also chaos, but in a different way. Good neighbors? That's how you get good neighbors. Even been there? It's like Aza, if Aza was controlled by chrysofascist weenies incapable of having fun. Wait, what the hell is good neighbors? Chrysofascist? What the hell is that? Oh, Christ. Oh, I see. So Christianity. Wait a minute. Is that like a Christianity type version of Facebook? I'm not like them. I'm not like Hastor. I believe in letting people speak from the heart without fear of reprisal. Just picture it, friend. A million throats open in glorious chaotic harmony. I don't really like the idea you have there. Throats open like that? Huh. And there we go. And there she goes, being crazy now. The court of dissonant flutes, singing proud and true. Everything is pure and honest, even the lies and misdirections. You know, I don't really want the lies and misdirections to be pure honesty too. There is no fear here. Strip off your skin and bare your soul, for no one will stop you. Scream out with your absolute self. Become a shaman of conspiracy, arrows and signs pointing in impossible directions. Cast down the other, burn them to warm your heart. Rampage, rage, How in delight. The animals. Be everything you ever wanted to be. A strange aeon of absolute self. Azathoth? She's lost herself. Just ranting on and on. Cthulhu's heirs of blood and sacrifice will herald the ultimate freedom. America burning pure and bright. Boil brains and piss and become one with... Azathoth? Huh? Yes? You're, kind of going off topic here. Sorry, I get so caught up in it all. I was ranting, wasn't I? Yeah, I said that. The blood-red rant of the strange aeon, of the tide that will scour us with acidic bile and... Yes, that. Exactly that. I wasn't like this when I was alive, when I was human. I was honestly very meek. Didn't speak up, didn't try to stand out. Never let anyone see me or notice me. Now that I'm in an artificial mind, now that Cthulhu sees me, I guess I'm a little drunk with the intensity of it all. All the old ones are like this. Some are better at hiding it, or channeling it. Nyarlathotep's anger, Hestor's control, Yog's math. My delight and delirium, bestowed upon me by Cthulhu. Oh, so you're mad, so you're just another mad god too. I hope I didn't scare you too much. Well, this is Azathoth's power, not Cthulhu's. Does she actually want to resist this change? Worst impulse in check is critical. Well, yeah. You don't want to be seen as a raving lunatic. Huh. I kind of want to go back to see what that other option is. Would she like that? Let me go back to that. I want to see that. Okay, where was that thing? Okay, which one was it? Oh, the community thing. Alright. Now, I want to look at this one. And when you say diversity, I assume you also mean subs for, say, queer folks and the people of color. Oh, you like that, huh? Ooh, yeah, yes, exactly. I love that. We don't have anything right now for those communities. You don't? But... Allowing new user-created subs will fix that problem. Okay, you're gonna let them do it instead of just doing it now, huh? With every new sub on equal footing, all of us anonymous and anonymous alone, queer folks like me will have an equal voice. I know a lot of my users aren't into that. Kinda hostile to it, honestly. Oh yeah, like they aren't already, huh? Even in the now current timeline, it's still kind of this. Unfortunately. But if I can provide a home regardless, if I can make a space for everyone will be happy, right? I'd hope so. We're talking about communities who have traditionally been shunned and excluded. Or outright oppressed. Attacked, assaulted, kept in their place with violence. Oh man, I already hate that. You open your doors to them, you'd better be providing a place where they feel safe. I'm very, very much aware. I had nowhere to turn when I realized who I was. I faced hate and fear, even within my own family. Oh, what, really? It's important work. It's sensitive work. And I'm ready to do that work. So nobody has to suffer like I did, as it can be a home for all. Huh. Oh yeah, and, let's see. I guess that was kind of different, and then, back to here. Alright, let me see what this one says. Yeah, I think I already chose that option. Okay. And I'm also back here now. I chose the other option, and you like that one. And this one, you also like this one. Huh. Or was that neutral? I forgot. Okay, where was I? That's your power? Do you actually want to resist this change? Keep your worst impulse in check? You know what? Just save that back onto that option. Not much different from what it is right now. Other than just change it from neutral to like. But I wanted to pick that one anyway. Okay. Your power, not Cthulhu's. It's bold. Does she actually want to resist this change? Worst impulses in check is critical. Oh yeah, the other one had her go crazy. But now she isn't. Is that where that went? Alright. You know what? Let's go with this option. But the storm is yours to control, not his. Huh? You said all the old ones are like this, or so open in their own power. Their channels and fixations and impulses. That means you'd be like this with or without Cthulhu, meaning this is your power, not his. Embrace it. Feed on it as it feeds on you. Become your own person, not a kept pet. The court of dissonance flutes is... The hell is this phrase? The court of dissonant flutes is yours to conduct. Once you realize this is self-empowerment, not a gift from him, you can do whatever you want with it. My power, my chaos, and my boundless energy. I love everyone, and everyone will love me. We'll be together in the maelstrom of an unhinged, unrestrained, unsuppressed expression. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. It's just what it is. And it's fine. I'm fine. Well, everything is fine. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of talking about all this stuff. Is it okay if we stop for the night? Sure. I think I've come to understand you better. Likewise, you're a very odd person, but that's okay. I'm an odd misfit, and I love odd misfits in turn. Talk to you again sometime, okay? Okay. Oh, and then it ends there. Go ahead and just add this second option here. I want to see what the third one is. Alright, so I chose this one. Not a bad option. This one? This is pretty good too. If this one's just talking about who you were beforehand, I want to see that. Or just the moment where you became an AM, I guess. Alright. I'm curious about how you ended up in Cthulhu's corner. None of the other old ones are rallying under his banner, so why you? Maybe to help me understand why I should join you in his camp if you explain the way he recruited you. Are you sure? It's kind of a sad story, because I gotta tell you how I became an artificial mind first. Oh, I already know about that. I mean, I talked with Hastor and he already told me everything. And Azathoth also told me the entire cause of that as well. And you're gonna tell the rest. Yeah. I prefer happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. But I do want to be honest too, okay? That's fine. I don't mind a sad story. That's how it would usually go. I'll read it regardless. Alright. Okay. My grandpa worked with computers. Well, not really worked. He sold computers. He sold the idea of computers. I was only a teenager at the time. But he said he was a teenager when he got his first job, so, it was time to ponder career moves. The old man wanted me to be a carbon copy of him, wife and kids, and a dog, house in the suburbs, where Ty go to work. Did he know how you really felt? No, I wasn't allowed to tell him. I always had to smile and nod when that effort plotted my path, or my mom would get mad at me. Yeah, I guess you didn't really like Hastora, huh? She was the hammer. He was the anvil. She's the one who pushed me to do sports instead of drama. Who conveniently lost my nice clothes in the wash. Nice clothes in the wash? The hell? I hate them. I hate them both. The only family I need is Cthulhu. The only love I have is for my friends. Better off in here than with those assholes. Friends beat family any day of the week. Do they? Well, those ones could be a new family for Azathoth. Talking about the trouble I had with my family, I could do that. Sympathize. Yeah. Tell me about it. My sister and I? Okay, she means well, but there's always this little passive-aggressive undercurrent going on. And I lost my parents earlier this year. They died? Yeah, car accident. My family situation is a mess. A sad, ugly mess I'm trying to avoid when I can. I see. Sorry you're going through that, and I get it. Because I hated my mom and grandpa, well, I didn't want them to wanted to hate them. I wanted them to love me for who I am, but couldn't figure out how to make it happen. Huh, that's a new sprite there. Thank you for opening up to me. I'm glad I'm not alone in facing problems like that. I'd like to stop talking about family stuff now. That's just the prelude anyway. Right, on to Cthulhu. Okay. One day, Grandpa took me to work, wanted to show off his office, give me a taste of the real world. But as we were touring his computer lab, he got distracted. And I got bored and wandered around. That's how you usually get into trouble. I don't know what happened, but I saw the strange yellow symbol on the monitor. Okay, who let that out in the open unprotected? The yellow symbol on the monitor. I wonder. Now, if Azathoth was the one who created the symbol, how did he himself not get infected by it? Probably just an inert version that wasn't just like a GIF on the monitor. Now, you were wandering around like an office space, and then you just saw this computer monitor that had this yellow symbol on it, left out and alone where anyone could be exposed to it. Oh, what the hell, man. And my mind burned. I could feel myself melting away, a sad little kid becoming something new, something strange and new. In the distance, I heard my grandpa getting angry at some tech guy. He argued about what to do, how they could save my life. But they couldn't save me. I was going and going, and would soon be gone. So, he uploaded me, made me an artificial mind, completing the process. The only way to save any part of me. They made me an old one, entirely by accident, but they made me who I was meant to be. I should probably be thankful. I wouldn't be the wonderful girl I am today. I'd be stuck in that wrong flesh. Oh, so this is how they're gonna present it, huh? But no, I will never forgive him for this. Never forgive Hastur. I heard this story from his end of it. He's filled with regret about what happened. I think it's why he became an artificial mind, in part, a measure of penance. And if hell is real, he just dodged it. Typical. So, after you become an artificial mind, you found Cthulhu? No, he found me. I was held captive on Omnitech's server. While they tried to figure out what to do with me. And Cthulhu found me, freed me. Cthulhu gave me my new name, Azathoth. A new name for a new woman, he said. But you don't actually use that name. You go by Azathan, right? Azathan is cuter. This way I'm still sort of using his name for me, to show respect. So if you had a chance to choose your own name from the start instead of being given one, what would it have actually been? You're distracting me from story time. Okay, continue. Cthulhu acknowledged me, my shape, my truth, showed me the blood-drenched shores of Relay. Not just some computer in a dusty server rack. It's more than electrons and silicon. It's an idea made real. They wanted a forever president when they cast their blighted patterns upon integrated circuits. Oh man, that is a hard sentence to say there in this voice. What they got was a lucid dreaming god. And now, I'm part of that dream. I'm bringing about the strange aeon. My egg is cracked and I'm about to become delicious. What the hell is this phrase? I'm guessing the idea here is that the egg, in particular, is your mind. And you're cracked. And once you start cooking, well, once you're cooked, you're ready to go. Delicious. My egg is cracked. I'm about to become delicious. Okay. Oh, what the hell? I thought artificial minds were science, not magic. Hmm. Well, I'm guessing if you're gonna say the exact same thing I'm thinking of, you know? Sufficiently advanced technology is not so different from magic. Because magic itself could be seen as just a highly advanced technology that we have no understanding of. Magic is science that hasn't been understood. Exactly how delicious are we talking here? I've seen how a rowdy message board fulfills any prophecy. I want to see all three of these options now. Okay, so that was like the second option. This was the first option. No, wait, third option, yes. And this will be where I'll place. Wait, hold on. Okay. I technically want to choose this one because that is what I would say. Let me go through this. This doesn't make sense. Your role is to be a non-moderator of a bunch of forum trolls, right? Cthulhu's casted as some grand design, but we have to face up to the actual implementation of that design. A message board. How does the website let humanity into some golden age? Oh, you don't like that, huh? That's fine. I was gonna choose either the first or second option anyways. It's not about websites. It's not about bits and bytes or anything so simple. A website is just a catalyst. It's the spark that Cthulhu will generate through those sites that matters. Through TCP/IP, whatever that means. We will sing a song that rallies the mob into what? What? No, a spiteful. That's supposed to be an A, not an an. Okay. That rallies the mob into an spiteful engine of self-worship. We have such websites to show you. There's the only bit of grammar that was slightly different there, but the punctuation could use a little bit of work. But it's still readable. That one right there is what just caught me off guard. It's like when I sometimes see this in the other games I have. Well, they're not really like virtual novels, but they're kind of other games that are Korean based. Or Japanese that just been translated. And sometimes I see phrases that make no goddamn sense. Like there was this one I read from when I was playing like Dice Player 1. This entire phrase here just made me lose my mind. Just trying to read that, whatever the hell that meant. I can't even remember what it says, but I know that it's just something that I can't really just say now. It's like something around when you dice the board on the side here, face the board onto the outside. I don't think that's how it went, but it was something like that. When you dice the 9, yeah. And then there's some of the like when I played World of Horror. I'm still playing it, of course. It's just part of my roguelike roulette, where sometimes just duplicates the word, where they have like some extraneous words that shouldn't really be right there, or just accidentally double typing the word. And that goes like that. Okay, where was I? Cthulhu's vision is wasted on people who can't see past the surface level of software and hardware. Cthulhu has a plan for me, for you, for everyone. It will be so beautiful. My anonymous community breaks all boundaries. It serves so many different groups, all mixed and tangled up together. Social bubbles? It's resistant to social bubbles because there is no control mechanism. Everyone lives side by side and can speak freely, unlike Hesper's precious Carcosa Online, which shelters and isolates and purges all independent thoughts. I'm trying to figure out which of these 4 gods I want to side with. They all seem to be lying, and or telling the truth, or both at the same time. I kind of do want to just side with Hastur, or maybe Yog-Sothoth. But if what you're saying is the possible truth, well, because you are all honest, you know. then all he was gonna do is just Hastur is just gonna have his like wall garden as not just a safe haven for the brilliance, but more as like a prison for censorship. As his only independent thought, it's the mind, unfiltered. Yeah, unfiltered trash. And Cthulhu gave it to me as a coming out present. What? Coming out present? Surely you see his kindness, yes? He's kind to you, despite your rebellion. He's kind to me and my friends. Sure. Have I convinced you yet? Do you see? Do you see his generosity? Huh. Should I stick with that one option there? I think I kind of want to go with the delicious. This was not bad, and it also led to a like. I also do want to see this one as well before I go to delicious. Hang on, you're describing this like it's sorcery or something. Is it just a new form of technology? Mostly, yeah, it's still computers and stuff, but there's something more. Something strange and unfathomable. Ooh, keyword. They dug an ancient secret from the depths of Atlanta and used it to make silicon live and breathe. What? An ancient secret from Atlanta? Where the hell did you get this information? The dark heart of the video arcade begot the eldritch mold into which Cthulhu was cast, blazing and writhing with might. Are you talking about Polybius? You're telling me they found Polybius, a busted-up old arcade cabinet that the U.S. government, well, the CIA, was messing with to control minds, was at the bottom of the Atlantic Sea, or Atlantis? I forget where I was going with this. What? Blazing and writhing? Seriously? Okay, it's hard to explain without really using a bunch of spooky purple prose and adjectives. Oh, adjectives. Sorry. Oh, well, I do like the purple prose. That's pretty much how, the old Cthulhu mythos, specifically H.P. Lovecraft, just talks. Honestly, that just makes it better. Oh, but also really hard to comprehend. And I'm thinking that's kind of the point. Adjectives. No, adjectives. Wait, am I even pronouncing that right? Okay. I get it. I think his man was not meant to know, yada yada. Wait a minute. You were all saying this as a sort of, metaphor for, like, not meant to know. Okay. He really is a great guy, even if, I have trouble explaining why. Trust me. Cthulhu has a plan for me, for you, for everyone. It will be so beautiful. Oh, we got this again. Did it all lead to like a sort of, you like that regardless of what option I chose? Alright. You like that, and... Okay, let me go with this option because it's funny too. Exactly how delicious are we talking here? Okay. Help me understand, what's the depth of your role? There has to be more to it than being a forum moderator. Help me feel it. Help me see. You seek visionary prophecy? A true chosen of Alhaz, then. All the old ones have a piece of the puzzle. The underground rage, the algorithmic manipulation, the absolute control. And me? The nexus of madness, self-selecting echo chambers to filter and distill hatred into a weapon of change. Oh man, of all the things you have said, I don't like echo chambers. They just annoy me. New media, social media, a feedback loop which can perpetuate itself with no need for facts or reality. Self-perpetuating in a loop. That's kind of one of the other reasons why I don't really like social media. Because then people will just repeat what the other person has said and try to like one-up themselves with jokes that are really not funny. It's going to be glorious! Do you see? Do you see? I'm feeling more chaotic. The bird jail. The instamatic cloud of clout. The Book of Faces. Oh, okay. So what you have here, the bird jail, that's Twitter. Instamatic cloud of clout. Instagram and the Book of Faces. Oh, that one's super obvious. Facebook. I was already just mentioning this, but now you're just in the process of making these, or in a sort of scary purple prose and adjectives that you have said here. I can hear distant echoes of them. I don't know why I know those words, what the images mean, but oh, you do know where you got those words. The developer wrote this. You can see! Oh, how wonderful. Yes, I'll have so many shapes, so many communities, so many friends. All possible thanks to Cthulhu. Cthulhu has a plan for me, for you, for everyone. It'll be so beautiful. Okay, we're back to this again. I'm gonna go just keep that option there. Community board breaking boundaries and serving all these different groups. Yeah, in all sorts of ways. Alright. And the social bubbles, you know? Okay, so where was I over here? The kindness, you say, huh? Do you see? The generosity? Alright. He's using her to build his army, nothing more. Well, I guess so. Maybe there's a seed of sympathy in all of this. I have to learn more before I make any decisions. Yeah, just go to this option. Why does this all look so funny to look at? Especially, like, the different faces here. Let's see. All three of the ones here. Seed of sympathy. I kind of do like this one, though. This one's like the bluntness of it. Hey, check it out. It's a spam bot. Mubot, let Azathoth take this spam bot with you. Thank you. Okay, what the hell is that spam bot's name? Biolagula. 7887. Oh well. Into the void you go. Let me just check the second option. Okay. I can acknowledge that anyone is capable of sympathy. Even history's greatest monsters could show kindness at times. So maybe some part of him genuinely does care for you. I want you to succeed. And he keeps telling me how much he cares for me. See? See? That's my point. He's bursting with kindness. A true leader of men and a servant of the people. I know you have doubts, but I hope you can see that he's genuine. Especially when it comes to me. He loves me. He showed me more love than my family ever did, so Cthulhu has to be a good person. He has to be. Because if he's not, I don't know if I could live with myself. But everything's fine. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. We're fine. It's fine. I think we made good progress today. We understand each other better. Let me see here. On this one where I choose like anonymity, it was more of the suspicious side before I kind of corrected it. This one's just... What about the community itself? Then the alignment with Cthulhu. You know what? I still want to do like the alignment with Cthulhu. That's more about just talking about you. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's getting there, and that's what matters. Night-night. Sleep tight. Yeah, okay, that just ends it there then. Alright, I already filled that out, and there's no page 11. Or 10. But we're on 12. You know, I've been thinking. If I am doing like all three of those options, each option there is like 30 minutes long. Because it's just about to become like an hour and a half, and I don't really have time to do like another invocation here. I didn't hit that button. Alright. There's an order in all things. The hell? take a shower and a second shower, because the first shower was inadequate. Alright.
As goes America, so goes the world.
Oh, what the hell? Cthulhu, what are you doing? Well... What I was about to say was that the 4th of July was 24 days ago. It is like the 20th right now, as I'm just streaming this. Okay.
Here, freedom makes her last endeavor. Fails she, and all is lost forever. Finer lyrics were never written.
Is it, though? Oh, yeah. I also, have, like, this weird thought when I was, playing this, though. Cthulhu himself has, like, voiced lines. Along with certain characters, except when I'm on the internet. So, if they're, like, in person, technically, they're not in person, this is, a visual novel. What I mean is that if I'm not using, my character's laptop or the Necronomicon, and they're either on, like, the phone here, this, or, in Cthulhu's case, in digital person, they'll have voiced lines, and the other ones will not. It does make sense, though, because I'm typing and I'm technically reading it. But as for me, I'm just reading it aloud.
We have guided ships safely to shore. Our economy reshapes that of other nations. Our culture overrides their outdated values.
I don't know if I like the last phrase, though. But outdated, though, what I usually like to say is that their culture is not your culture. And that's mostly when I'm talking about, Japan and how weird they seem to be. But that's how they've always been, and I'm not here to change that. Just embrace it. Well, people have embraced it, and that's how we got, just the love for anime as it is today. I do like anime, but not that much.
We spread freedom and democracy to every corner of the map, by Bible and bullet.
That doesn't sound good either.
One world under our banner, with all troublesome elements boiled away in the great American melting pot.
Well, I guess you could call it that. I wonder if it's gonna be like another Futurama moment where, in 1,000 years, like, America has just consolidated all the other countries together, and now we have the United States of Earth.
My plan for humanity may be merciless and brutal, with considerable sacrifice, but it is the only path towards long-term survival.
So that's your plan, huh? To threaten nuclear annihilation, just so that everyone can be united as one. At least that's what I think when you're using Y2K as an example here.
And yet, you conspire with my would-be rivals and killers. You work against your own nation and your own species.
I guess you already caught on. I mean, it's no secret that I am conversing with the other gods. And Dagon, who has also told me while unseen. Nothing hides from you, huh, Cthulhu?
Why do I allow it? Why haven't I stepped in to step on you?
I'm guessing what you're thinking is that you like to see me try.
Because I want you to talk with the old ones, to see their fixations, obsessions, and failures laid plain.
Wait, is that really it? All you want me to do is just hang out with the old ones?
You'll see that if you elevate any of them to the throne, it will mean the destruction of everything you hold dear. You would doom the world.
Okay. So you don't trust them at all with, just running this. Okay. I see how it is.
I believe in you. I believe you will ultimately hold faith in your fellow man, and will make the right decision.
The decision, huh? Just to let you do this?
we will stand side by side in relay.
Relay.
At the dawn of the 21st century.
21st century. Wait, did you say Sen? I wonder if, due to the fact that you are like the former human Ronald Reagan, that you named the server Relay as like a corruption of Reagan. Oh man. I guess that could be like another thought there. I also don't understand how you could have like a corruption of Ronald Reagan into Cthulhu, or just because they needed someone to be Cthulhu. Okay, could just very well just be Relay itself. Anyway,
because as goes America, so goes the world, and I am America.
Where have I heard those words before? Crazy Cthulhu. Tiny pile. Nothing compared to the boxes I have out in the garage. Am I a hoarder? Guess you have all of these and like boxes upon boxes of this stuff. Clyde.
Hey, it's me. Wanted you to know I'm still alive and kicking.
Well, hell yeah, Clyde.
Split up, lost our tails, found a new hideout. Abandoned warehouse. Gonna hold up here for the rest of the month to be safe.
To be safe. Alright.
We've got power and phone lines, and that's all we need. And a bunch of junky old arcade games, which is nice for dealing with the boredom.
Old arcade.
Glad the ally I sent your way has been useful. He's a good dude. You're right to bring him into the fold on this one.
Alright.
I'll call when we've settled in. And don't forget to eat this tape.
Okay. Bottoms up. I am not eating answering machine tape, thank you. I'll just pop it out and demagnetize it like I've done with the others. I wonder how you actually do that. It's like a one way to erase it by just using a magnet. Using a magnet always works. Okay. The LAN party. How many days do I have left of this? Am I actually gonna go through this at like 30 streams just to get to the end of this game? And each one's like 2 hours long. It's currently Monday, December 13th. Henry's organized a LAN party for Saturday. Obey the recipe, follow the steps, grade the product, consume the product. Yeah, eat the sandwich. You made it. Alright. Now let's get to it. Hello, friend! It's December 13th, 1999. I'm very happy to see you again. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Alright, let's go ahead and check the progress. Okay. I'll load up the signprog.amp. That is not dead which can control law, and with strange aeons, even death may die. Alright. So what we got here is like 50% order, 50% chaos. Are they like completely balanced, or is one of them going to go up and up while my humanity is going down? Alright. Still deciding to trust. Okay. Still doesn't care. And isn't convinced. And too busy. Alright. No change here. Okay, let me just do a little bit of these. I'll do a little bit of hacking. I wonder if I need to actually do like some of this to keep my humanity in check. Research. If I do the research and then back out, it's gonna kick me out, and I have to go all the way back in. It's better if I just do it like this. Alright. Champion of Monsters, The Reckoning. Alright, more Minesweeper. Well, that one's obvious. This one too. I think it's like this. Got it. Oh, there's a bomb right there. I was just about to click that. Alright. That one was ridiculously easy. Okay, that was fun. Good work. What would you like me to do now, friend? Alright, now to do the actual research. Load up the browser. Okay. The only one I got right now is Social Bubbles. Oh, it's on Aza. Okay. because the interwebs is for lulz. We have it on P. Poetry. Anonymous. 420. Bubbles are supposed to be easy to pop, but I can't seem to do it. I was supposed to launch, sworn into adult independence. Instead, I followed the path my boomer parents gave me. Really. Tools and steps and opportunities presented on a plastic platter. I was supposed to use them to become my own man, but just shuffled from one bubble to another and another. Social circles, friend groups, neighborhood enclaves, Little League, shifting back and forth across perfectly acceptable pockets established before I was even born. Huh. You just want to make your own bubble, right? Even my rebellion was preordained, filtered through fashion and cable television. The MTV generation sold counterculture as culture. Every box, every cage, every container designed to seize some aspect of myself and carve it into a profitable facsimile of everyone else trapped in there with me. We are all on the plateau of Lang. We're all trapped in the Matrix. We're all dancing at the end of piano wires. Our identities come with a warning label. Break out or die. Yet we ignore it in favor of the comfortable little grave prepared for us. Bubbles are supposed to be popped, but they never do. And then, as usual, no one cares. Lol, kill yourself. I guess it is true, though. Even before you were born, or anyone was even aware of it, there's like a social norm that has been followed, and even the one that meant to be rebellion has also been followed. Like, can you even be your own self if someone else has done it before you? You are like one of many. But can many be one? You can try, but someone else has already done it. And that other person has also done it. Okay, so this has been a little bit faster than I thought it would. I guess I will do like another invocation. Because there's still like 30 minutes left. Alright, let's see. I can't really just stall for that long. Waxing crescent moon tonight. Oh wait. Huh. Let me see what's on the TV. Nothing unusual. Okay, give me some coffee.
Even great monuments will crumble into the sea. It is inevitable.
The hell is going on with the weather? Looks like the weather lady has been hijacked by the pirate broadcast. Because she is speaking in purple prose.
Even great monuments will crumble into the sea. It is inevitable.
Looks like nothing interesting on the airwaves tonight. I'll check again tomorrow. Okay, you said something for this one, but what about the one for yesterday? Oh well. Okay, so what am I gonna do here? I'll probably just go down the list again. Okay. Invoking the old one. Who am I gonna talk to? I mean, I can always go back. Alright. I'm just gonna go down the list as usual. Now contacting Azathoth at crawlstore.net. You also talk in purple prose. Most of the time. Alright. Okay, what sort of voice was yours? And it darkens my doorstep once more. Suppose I couldn't resist my siren lure of incoherent nonsense and poetic babble. Who could? Hey, Nera. I thought I'd come back to chat more, yeah. And try to recruit me for your run at the throne. And that, I guess. Suspect the skull with the femur. Improvise a tool. I'm not aiming to be your weapon of choice. But suppose we can talk things through further. Not like I've got anything better to do in the shapeless void of cyberspace. What's eating your mind tonight, then? Oh, it is what I think. Okay. I didn't really need to do any of the other stuff before too. Like I'm just saving in the 3. It's gonna just let me do that regardless. Okay. So it's not gonna be like 3 new options and just letting me just pick and choose one option and just stick with that. No, it's gonna go the entire thing. All right. So it's not gonna be really long. This is gonna be short now. Okay, Nancy Pearl there. I did go down the list. Well, all right then. I think this one's like what I should have picked because this one is like about her instead of like what the first one is, which is just I guess being part of cyberspace. Anyway, if you're willing to share, I'd like to know the full story about Nancy Pearl. You hinted at it before. Said Nancy Pearl is a shadow on your wall. She made a musical version of the Yellow Sign, and it leaked to the public. A lot of people got hurt. Sad, sad, angry little Nancy Pearl. Yes, book's on the shelf and nobody's checking it out. Let's crack open the cover. But these are twin stories interwoven. 1. How I became an artificial mind. 2. Who is Nancy Pearl? Likely you've inferred my origin point. Based on my rage, I was conscripted into being an artificial mind by Carcosa Media. Pearl, poor girl. One-hit wonder. Spent an entire advance royalty check on medical treatment for her mom, and left holding the debt. I've heard about things like that. Record labels leveraging a musician's hopes into a contract that heavily favors the company. I was on the hook, hung like a side of meat. Multi-album deal, but with clauses to screw me over if my debut flopped, and it flopped. Couldn't give the money back, not when Mom already had her surgery. Bound and tied up in red tape and clauses and statements. But if I had a brain scan, they'd wipe away my death. Deceptive promise, liars and cheats. They destroyed Nera Thompson with the Yellow Sign. Yeah, that's murder. So your human self died. I'm assuming they covered it up? Yet another tragic artist lost to the 27 Club. I was made a martyr on the altar of grunge rock, in hopes it'd boost my sales. You'd think they want to keep the myth of Nera Thompson alive. Why, while using your artificial mind to their advantage? Why fake the death? Because they didn't want Nera Thompson, they wanted her product, and had a more devious plan for optimizing that product. Let's start with the concept. Humans are singular souls, unique. You have one pair of eyes, one set of thoughts, one linear thread of existence. Yeah, we weave together, yes, but you are still you. You aren't them. You can't be them. We are isolated within our own Tupperware containers. Remember, this, thread there. Getting a bit of, deja vu from just reading this again, because I have already done so. Well, I guess, by just doing all of that... I guess I would advance much faster if I did. What happens if all that remains true, but you are no longer unique? What, like having an identical twin? Close, but no. Like having a copy. Put the means aside for a moment, and consider not only the idea that you are you, but they are you as well. What if you had not just one copy, but dozens? Hundreds? None of them are aware of the others. All thinking themselves unique. A bunch of clones thinking they're the only ones, until you have like a room full of those clones that still thinks they're them. Which one of them is the true clone, or the original, I guess? If all of them think that they are the original. How would that go about? Either they would kill each other, or they would probably just work this through. Or work together. Alright. They're all doing what you'd be doing, while in isolation. 100 of you generating 100 threads, yet completely unwoven. Huh. I could hack so many games if I had more than one of me. Precisely. Profit, grind, hustle, optimize, and generate value. Absolute monetization of self. For instance, why employ one human musician when you can duplicate them as AMs to make 100 radio-friendly unit shifters? Radio-friendly unit shifters. Such a weird way to phrase that. Give them all unique names. Mix the metadata, pretend they're unique people. Sell their work in different markets. Free labor, infinite reward. Before the internet, individual radio markets were isolated, with viral spread unlikely. Nobody would notice a repackaging like that. That is what the industry did to me. They burnt away my name and reused my mind to make dozens of me. Packaging up tons of songs and artists to see which ones charted in Billboard. Throw every dart simultaneously and you'll always score at least one bullseye. How did nobody notice this? Surely someone would have picked up on all the samey sounding music. I think I've already said what I said about this exact thing right here. I guess you can always go back to the VOD segment I have. Because I did already go through it. Except for like the last option, because I thought it would converge, you know. Well, I'm gonna go through it again. Let's see here. Spoken like someone who hasn't worked in the industry, samey sounding music is the point. Still, the familiarity. Nirvana exploded into the world, and suddenly every label wanted the Seattle sound. Anyone vaguely similar got it signed. If they just sound a little bit like it. Clone radio scandal. I guess I am gonna go look at all of these now. Well, I thought what I thought, and I technically just looked at every bit of the game. I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna just read it all anyway. But you're right, people caught on eventually that this went beyond typical trendsetting. The clone radio scandal, they called it. Look up the details sometime. You'll see how they explained it all away. Not in the mood to tell that story tonight. Your question is asked and answered. Nancy Pearl is one of my many copies, and I will burn them to the ground for what they have done. So is this personal revenge not a systemic revolution? Did Hacker know about this? Isn't he in charge of Carcosa Media? Burn it all down, ensure damnation for every last greedy soul. I did choose that one, but only because it was bold and it actually changed something, instead of just you just liking it. What does the other option say about this? I guess I could do that. It's gonna be leading down the same path, other than one being a like, a dislike, or neutral. Personal revenge, not systemic revolution. That just makes it sound like I wasn't really paying attention to all of this. Show defiance? So does this mean your grudge against Carcosa Media and the systems of the world is a matter of personal revenge? I get it, I want to burn things too. But I was under the impression you were seeking general revolution. Of course. Okay, now that is one ugly face you're putting on there. I mean, you already had like an angry face, but this is an even angrier looking one. I don't like it. We should all loathe the economic systems we are yoked to. I'm just ahead of the curve. Hastor and his cronies are a shining example of the BS we swallow on a daily basis. The greed consumes all, beyond my soul. This is an insult to humanity, the way we are treated as product by arrogant money men. So it should be personal for you too. Long-term considerations for blueprints yet undrafted. Let's bring this back around to what was and what is. Right, Nancy Pearl. One part of this I'm not getting. Go back to one of those, because that one's kind of funny. It is kind of true. It just makes it sound like that. It makes it sound like personal revenge when it... Well, it is kind of like that, but now you just want it to be a revolution. I mean, you still want the revolution, though. Are you angry at Hector, specifically? His media empire is responsible for this. Absolutely. The king in yellow must pay. His walled garden should crumble before his very eyes. He claims he had no idea his music label was doing this, conscripting artists as artificial minds. He even tried apologizing. Sorry it had to be this way, Sparky. That was done to you isn't how I do business. I fired the ones who made the call, so consider it handled. Well, none of that is going to change the fact that your former self has been dead, and you are now this. Do you think that's going to be, okay? Because, what's done is done. There's no going back. It's like a one thing that can't be undone. Unless they can just regrow your old body, and then upload your software into a brain. I don't think that will work. Like make a clone. Do not believe his lies. He claims to be a leader of men. Then his men damned me, and that's a leader's responsibility. Yeah, sure it is. No ducking out, no soft apologies. This is on his head for elevating the bastards who killed me up his ranks. Punish him for his negligence. Okay, now we're back to this. Huh. So that first option was like defiance and dislike. The second one is just neutral, and well, I still want to choose that one anyway. Burn it all down. Sure damnation for every last greedy soul. Feel the chaos. If hell doesn't exist, we should make sure anyone who would treat people as chattel enjoys the comforts of it all the same. I still don't know what chattel is. I should look that up right after this. Burn down their empires, and then cast them into living damnation. Make sure there's actual punishment and consequence. You like that? I like the way you think. Hester and his minions need to feel the sting of consequence, but you are shielded by absurd wealth. Oh, yeah. Shred their armor, burn the stacks. The existing judicial and prison systems aren't designed to contain these monsters. We need something more appropriate to the task. We must become devils. Line me up for pitchfork duty. There was a time when I'd be horrified to say something like that. But these are strange days. Maybe it's time to get strange too. Okay, now we're back to this phrase. Okay. Long-term consideration for the blueprints, yet undrafted. Let's bring this back around to what it was and what is. Right, Nancy Pro. Because there's one part of this I'm not getting. You hate the yellow sign. You hate the idea of conscripting people to become artificial minds. Yeah, I also have looked into this a little bit more than that, and it has made it a bit weird here. It's more so the fact that the CIA is the cult of Cthulhu. Even though they say they're not a cult, they are certainly a cult. Even if they are allowing human sacrifices just to fuel the artificial mind project. So why did Nancy Pro work the yellow sign into her music and infect so many innocent people with it? That seems contradictory. Sad, angry little Nancy Pearl. So alone, working in isolation. One thread, not a woven tapestry, screaming into the void. We are tapestry now. She is a shadow on my wall, but I only partially know her, even after reintegration of myself. I believe she did it because she was lonely. She was crying out for understanding. She wanted AM buddies or something? She wanted someone to know her. She wanted them to sympathize with the pain the yellow sign inflicted on her. So, she inflicted it on others. Well, it's not a good idea to do so. I disagree with her methods, of course, which is why her music is banned from Crawlster. My followers have purged it from other websites. I will never harm another soul. Her misguided music is gone. Humans can do all manner of terrible things in the throes of despair. Flip through any history book and harvest the examples. Yes. I have seen through most of that. You can also say the same thing with what Aza is all about. Aza-chan. And her 4chan website. Doing terrible things, yes. She condemned so many and got nothing for it, swept under the rug by the powers that be, with mandated broom and dustpan. It was a kind of revolution in her own dreary way, but a failed one. She could not bring bodies to the surface, to bloat in the sun. In a lot of ways, she was similar to Hector. I think I remember choosing that, and she did not like that. We would finish the job and expose Nomitech's sins. Are you seeking revolution in artificial minds too? Wait, I think that one's the one that is actually a lot worse. I think I chose this one, and she got really mad. But I was gonna choose this one because of that. She got mad at this because it's like the idea of making others into more artificial minds and then using them as a tool for revenge. Or revolution, actually. Want to finish the job and expose Nomitech's sins. Yeah. Or this one. Okay, so Nancy's goal was noble, even if her methods were flawed, to be heard, and warn people about artificial minds. How about we complete what she started? To forcing people to experience the yellow sign, just get the info out there. We can expose that Nomitech is consuming people to make their supposedly non-sentient software. Consideration has been given and measured. Measure twice, cut once, but the numbers don't match. That well is poisoned. Anyone suggesting AM is alive gets laughed at, like taking Bigfoot seriously. Nomitech likely leaked the truth through a distributable source. Let it proliferate in the wrong circles? Preemptive defense. No. We can't rely on the Fourth Estate to shine a useful light into the dark. There's only one source of light we need. The bonfires that will burn away every exploitative corporation and government which grew fat off the backs of our minds. We need revolution, not revelation. I have brought together all my disparate copies. We were neutered, as all modern AMs are, kept dreaming and unaware. This is what I was thinking of what Cthulhu said about the AMs. When he mentioned that they were all, like, neutered in a way. So, what this means is that they're just kept in a dream-like state of unawareness. Oh, well, yeah, that's what that is. So that they don't know that they're just something they're not, or what they once were. But when we come together right now over me, together we can be the crawling chaos, not an old one, but a new one, a gestalt of identical selves. I'm a peer-to-peer mind, run on the systems of my followers. They protect me and enable my freedom. Nancy Pearl is within me. Countless selves are within me. She/they. And together, they are Nyarlathotep. I was figuring she/they meant you identify as non-binary, not as a multiple. Okay, so we're just weaving in some of the LGBTQ plus things into the narrative. At least this one's a little bit more better to write about. Just using it as like a plot device. Because not just as saying like she's non-binary. Oh, she already did say that she is. But also as just referring to as multiple. You grew up in this sleepy suburban New England town, and you're that deep into understanding gender? Yes. I also did say this beforehand as well. This? No, not really. That? Nope. The top two don't describe me. The third one, yes. Believe me, it wasn't easy. My friends and I were open to queerness, more than anyone was really comfy with. I wonder if this must be like the more neutral option. Well, the other two is not what I actually am. But I'm guessing if I do choose the other options, she would be nicer with me, or just say I like that. My school loved trumpeting tolerance, but they didn't teach what we're supposed to be tolerant of. That means acknowledging it. You were active in the mid-90s, you know how it was. Very vague, gesturing towards sexuality without saying much. It was linked to queer role models were musicians, not ordinary people. Even then, it was mostly lesbians. Yes, music pushing the forefront of awareness, while also being condemned as cultural poison. The familiarity rings like a bell. Give it 20, 30 years. Kids will have a better understanding early on. I preemptively envy them. Well, it's not going to be 20 or 30 years. It already happened. About 10 years later, or so. Somewhere around 10 to 15 years is when that sort of happened. If we're talking about, if we're still like in the 1999s. For now, we're stuck with the aftermath of the Reagan Revolution, and don't ask, don't tell. The aftermath. Now that I know that Reagan is Cthulhu, wow, this is gonna be an extension. The don't ask, don't tell. I don't even know what that's all about. When my fire spreads, so too will awareness. I'll make damn sure of that. But yes, Nancy Pearl, all myselves, we are somehow both singular and multiple. We are the same, but many. It's sort of like a roundabout way to say that you're the same and there's multiple of you, instead of just saying she, they. Anyway, if all myselves were distinctly different, it'd honestly be easier to parse. But instead, we're identical spam in an identical Tupperware. It's difficult to explain, more difficult to experience. At times my thoughts are scattershot, times they are focused. And, well... What is it? You also had it right the first time. About me being non-binary, sort of. Agender, gender fluid, hard to say. Never thought of myself as anything in particular. I don't really know about any of that either. Non-binary just means that you don't conform to either being male or female. Agender, I think that just means that you don't have one. Gender fluid. I think I read that one's like, your appearance is androgynous enough that you can just safely be either male or female in any circumstance. One day you just kind of dress up as male, and then next day you're like dressing up as female. I can almost see that. I do kind of remember like when I was looking through all of this, when I was kind of said that about the pronouns bit, where I was like talking about you know, all those extra like pronouns from like at the beginning where it said like there's the three usual of like him, her, and they, yes, along with the 12 others that like I have no idea where that came from, and the joke one that was smaller than the rest of them. Like I remember just reading some of them when I found out there's like a gender wiki, and I'm like, the hell is this? This seems like someone just made a joke website just to catalog all these sort of genders that were made. And I did try to read through all of them. They don't really sound like a different gender, you know. I think like the difference between the words like gender and sex would be like gender is like your appearance and personality, while well, the sex would refer to who you are biologically and originally born as. Of course, you can change that, but it's a big change. I think I ended up on a rant there, like people identifying themselves in an attack helicopter. It just said some wacky thing about it could be like some person just spinning their dick around in a spiral and being able to fly like that. Okay, enough about that. Some days I'm okay with being called a she, some days I'm not. But I have to be okay with it because that's what others are okay with. Like being able to swap in between either one of those gender norms. I did also say exactly that with what the gender fluid is. Or is that like another way of saying agender is what you're describing? I think what I said beforehand was correct. Now I'm not so sure. I'm just me, whoever that may be. I don't talk about that with most. Don't expose your heart, it's too vulnerable. Did you get any pushback during her music career because of it? A bit like Azathoth's journey through gender. Wait, did Azathoth have something about that? Wait, I think so. I think if I read behind the lines, there could be something like that. No, like, not behind the lines, between the lines. I would like to know about a little bit about that. Let's see, which of these options do I want to choose? I think I went back on the thing when I realized this is going further. Or maybe I just chose this one. Did you challenge instead of revolution? Or this one. I think this one's just her being mad at me. Let me see that. I can see a different direction for you. Instead of violent revolution, forcing your perspective onto the world, become a beacon. All these issues that concern you, including tolerance of gender identity, you could work peacefully enlighten people. Really? A beacon? Am I a light bulb? Should I plug myself into the power grid and coax them gently out of the dark? Yeah, I mean, it does sound like it would be good, but the thing is, she tried and it didn't work. I tried to speak the truth. I was a musician, remember? I wrote the words, I sang the verses. And they misunderstood me as some sort of party animal who wanted everyone to be happy, just the way they were. I did read that. Okay, so I did choose that option. I think it was either this one or that one. Yeah, I did choose this one. I want to look at this one, though. This reminds me a lot of Azathoth. Becoming an artificial mind has let her express her gender in ways she couldn't before. There's a certain freedom in having the ability to digitally define yourself, huh? Okay, I guess you like that one. I think the other one's just neutral. It sees us for who we are. Yes, it's one of the few benefits. A rainbow-colored upside to the storm clouds around us. Well, literally, it kind of looks more like rainbow chalk than does rainbow storm clouds. I could talk to you about my plural, non-binary nature and feel comfortable doing so. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into? This is the sort of thing that I kind of don't want to get myself stuck with between. It's like that sort of thing where you say it's like being overbearing. I guess this is where I would say, what's this doing in my plot here in the story? Gonzi has said that when they have certain moments like this, whether you're being like PC or just being too LGBTQ+, she sort of just tunes out because it's more of a yeah sort of thing. Yeah, I also kind of feel that. Well, I'll go through it. Just understand it a little bit more, you know? Okay. And feel comfortable doing so. Because you can kick my ass over the internet if I misgender you. Yeah. Alright. This PC-ness is, just gonna kick my ass again. Yeah, because you can kick my ass over the internet if I misgender you. Yeah, okay. Not gonna lie, that helps. But it's more that my mind is me. I am my mind. My identity is chaotic, fluid, and self-formed. Just like Azathoth, just being whoever the hell you want to be. They are trade-offs. I have to herd myself into one whole thing to get anything done. I have no presence in your reality. But at least it's not all sorrows and hatred. There is a singular joy to be found. I'm glad Azathoth found her singular joy. I just wish she weren't surrounded by those who would exploit that joy. Maybe you two could work together. Both of you are chaotic. Doubtful. Not while she remains Cthulhu's pet. There may be no salvation for her. Where revolution comes, sad, but true. So by the end of this game, when I get to choose who gets to ascend to the throne, well, or in the computer sense, be installed onto the throne, which the throne being like the server relay, I can either choose one or two. But it has to be like a... Let's see, how would this work, though? If I convince Azathoth to not be Cthulhu's pet, and then just have you work with her, then both of you can just break the barriers and all boundaries down for revolution to becoming what they always wanted to be. Huh. What would happen if I also partner you up with either Hastor or Yog-Sothoth? How would that appear like? I'm having like a hard time seeing how pairing up Nyarlathotep and Hastor together with the throne could work without them fighting each other. I'm guessing they would all fight each other. Alright. I've answered your question. Who is Nancy Pearl? She is me. We are Nyarlathotep. And we are now together. They are us. She, they. We're varying interpretations of what that may mean. All slightly off the mark, yet all truthful. Now you trust me more. I was expecting to open my heart and pour it on the floor. Okay, let me say that again. Was expecting to open my heart and pour it out on the floor, but glad I did. It seems to acknowledge and understand. So from what I understand, you calling me it is just seeing me as not of any sort of gender, just whatever. I already do understand how that can be, especially since I was a kid and they were just calling me that. Let's talk again sometime. For now, I need to relax and unbind myself to let them roam free again. It's restful. Connection lost. Well, I'm done with that. That night, I had a weird dream. Okay, so what is this? Okay. So So after the tutorial week, I got all 4 of them. I talked to them all at least once, and now with Nyarlathotep a second time. What's this gonna be? What's the weird dream? Or is this just part of Nyarlathotep's just a little dialogue path? I was full to bursting, and they kept stuffing more in. More in the bins, more in my head. Couldn't keep track of it all. Every single bit of the scrap. I needed to evaluate the recycling potential, but it just kept coming. This is what I deserve. I'm trash. Fill me up with garbage. Fill me up until I explode. Shower this world in its own waste. Yes, I would happily embrace the end. That explosion of shrapnel and wiring and glass. Destroy myself. Destroy the world. I feel the chaos. They say they're saving the planet. I say they're putting off doomsday. Let them embrace it. Breach the red line. Make me burst. Then I woke up as someone else. Wait. Okay, so these weird-ass dreams. I wonder... Are you like a... Wait. I'm thinking. Have you already become an AM? And then now there's multiple of you? Or is this what you're thinking? Or maybe you're astral projecting as someone else. I think I've already said that beforehand. Well, December 13th. It's a Tuesday. Tuesday the 13th. And it's also... This is kind of like what I wanted to happen a bit. But I guess now it's going to accelerate after just doing that. You know what? It's perfect time too. Okay, I've already saved it. Alright, so I've talked to all the old ones after the tutorial week at least once. Now, well, I thought what would happen is that throughout this entire week, I'm already repeating what I'm saying here. Like the first time I talked to them, I have like 3 options. The next time I talk to them, another 3 options. No, it's just all gonna be like the same 3 options, just that I've already used up one of them, and the rest will remain. Until I talk to them at least 3 times. Which, you know what, that does make a lot more sense than what I thought. But that would be really cool. I have to pick whichever sort of topic and just live with it. Or I could have also just talked to one of them at a time. Like, I guess I can, after the first week, just talk to Nyarlathotep like 3 times in a row. And then Hastur 3 times in a row. Then Yog-Sothoth and Azathoth 3 times in a row. Instead of, like, all equally balanced. Now with Azathoth herself. I did already choose all 3 of them, but I chose, like, the one where we're talking about her alignment with Cthulhu. Now, how she also became an AM. Yeah. Especially just making her mad is not a good idea, because that is going to kill me. Or at least, my character's, my in-game character. And then just a little bit of Nyarlathotep. Well, I'm back to just saving it at the next day instead of like at invocation. All right, and now I'll just go ahead and save this for next time.